The 2024 Tesla Model Y will set new industry norms for electric SUVs with its amazing reach, independent abilities, sunlight-powered charger choice, high-level correspondence highlights, further developed air refinement, and coordination of simulated intelligence for support needs, exhibiting Tesla's obligation to maintainability and advancement. The 2024 Tesla Model Y will have a noteworthy scope of 500 miles on a solitary charge, setting another industry standard for electric SUVs. Elon Musk's obligation to independent vehicles is obvious with the 2024 Model Y, bringing Tesla closer than at any other time to understanding this vision. The Model Y will have the choice for sun-powered chargers incorporated into the rooftop, considering latent charging during bright days, lessening range nervousness and empowering more customers to move to electric powertrains. The headways in vehicle-to-vehicle and vehicle-to-everything correspondence in the 2024 Model Y demonstrate Tesla's emphasis on associated urban communities and clever traffic frameworks, planning to decrease glog and advance travel courses continuously. The new bioweapon safeguard mode in the 2024 Model Y guarantees shockingly better air cleaning, making a safe haven against contaminations and allergens inside the lodge. Hypothesis emerges about how the elements presented in the 2024 Model Y could stream down or be adjusted for Tesla's different vehicles, igniting interest among Model S and Model X devotees. Tesla's accentuation on elite execution, eco-accommodating vehicles provokes different areas to rethink their natural impressions and grandstands bigger worldwide supportability objectives. Tesla's coordination of simulated intelligence to foresee potential upkeep needs and proposition arrangements is a distinct advantage in improving after-deals administrations for clients. Execution. How does the Model Y drive? Speed increase is certainly not a flimsy part. During Edmund's trying, the Model Y long reach required simply 4.8 seconds to arrive at 60 miles per hour from a stop. Furthermore, regardless of being outfitted with the entire season tires, which are commonly planned more for wear obstruction than street grasp, our test vehicle dealt with an exceptionally great preventing distance from 60 miles per hour of only 112 feet. Both of those numbers are superior to we expected and amazing for the EV fragment. Controlling and taking care of are additionally excellent notwithstanding the Model Y's significant burden. The guiding feels light and rushes to answer inputs, providing you with a feeling of control and association through a corner. There's negligible body roll as well, particularly for a SUV. Around drivability is superb. Prepared EV drivers will see the value in the flexible regenerative slowing down that permits you to drive almost only utilizing the perfect pedal. Solace. How agreeable is the Model Y? The Model Y's lodge gives great solace in certain areas and disheartens in others. The seats are all around cushioned and offer more than adequate help, and the seat radiators warm rapidly. However, the manufactured calfskin upholstery doesn't inhale especially well and can feel smothering in warm climate. The environment control, similar to all the other things, is touchscreen worked. It can cool and intensity the lodge well, however it needs to really buckle down assuming the sun is out and radiating through the Y's broad glass rooftop. You can remotely precondition the lodge before you get in, which is advantageous. The long-reach model is a colossal move forward in ride quality over the exhibition model. The ride of the long reach is considerably more decent, particularly on the 18-inch wheels, however we actually wouldn't call it extravagant. More modest knocks and brakes will generally advance into the lodge. All things considered, the Model Y makes an estimable showing of sifting through wind and encompassing commotion, making a really peaceful lodge in sight. Inside. How's the inside? The Model Y's lodge is extensive, with loads of headroom and legroom for all inhabitants. Getting in and out is simple because of the wide opening entryways, tall rooftop and low step-over level. The Model Y's accessible third-line seat is confined yet adds 7 traveler capacity. Would it be a good idea for you really want it when absolutely necessary? Unfortunately, the huge touchscreen, while it looks cool and present day, is the Y's single entryway to controlling almost everything. There's an expectation to learn and adapt to utilizing the controls, and the framework is by and large diverting to use while driving. Another issue, assuming that the touchscreen goes missing, you lose most of admittance to the Model Y's controls. Forward perceivability is noteworthy thanks to the tall and wide windshield and short hood. There's just a touch of check from the enormous front windshield support points while you're making turns. Back perceivability, nonetheless, resembles what you get in a game roadster. The thin back window and high back belt line enormously limit what you can see out of the back. Innovation. How's the tech? There are critical advantages and disadvantages with regards to the Model Y's innovation highlights. The enormous focus screen is not difficult to see and has fresh-looking illustrations. The root framework, which is Google-based, is likewise clear and simple to peruse. Yet, the framework can be delayed to refresh in inconsistent performance regions, leaving you briefly mapless. The sound quality from the 14-speaker sound framework is vivid. The greatest disadvantage is the absence of Apple CarPlay or Android Auto cell phone incorporation. Bluetooth is the best way to interface your telephone, and it's an unfortunate substitute contrasted in the more component-stuffed capacity of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The Model Y's high-level driver helps perform perfect in unpredictable rush-hour gridlock, however they have demonstrated somewhat irritating at expressway speeds or along streets with left vehicles. We've encountered various deceptions with the framework riding excessively near one more vehicle on the thruway or mixing up a left vehicle on the shoulder for a halted vehicle in our path, making for a reality check for the vehicle behind us. Scarcely any contender vehicle frameworks share these issues. On the potential gain, you'll approach a web program that permits you to do stuff like watch Netflix or look at YouTube recordings, while stopped, obviously, and gave your cutting edge on your Tesla information plan. One of the best developments from Tesla is consistent over-the-air refreshes that can add elements and framework improvements. Capacity. How's the capacity? The Model Y's freight space is enormous. Tesla refers to 68 cubic feet of most extreme limit, however hazy weather number incorporates the front trunk. The back seats don't crease totally level, however there's a wide opening and a simple burden in level. The removable freight floor gives much more back stockpiling under. The mid-control area has a sliding receptacle cover and suede cell phone charging spaces. Youngster well-being seat convenience is normal for a SUV of this size. There's adequate room for even the biggest of kid seats. The lower vehicle seat secures, nonetheless, have little passages and are difficult to circle through. The top tie focuses are on the lower side of the back seats and can be difficult to reach. Reach and effectiveness. How are the reach and productivity? Editor's note, the accompanying connects with the 2021 Model Y long reach, which is what we generally as of late tried. EPA reach and proficiency gauges have changed somewhat from that point forward, however our overall important points still apply. The EPA assesses the Model Y long reach has a greatest scope of 326 miles and utilizations 27 kilowatt-hours of power for each 100 miles of driving, making it the following most productive extravagant EV behind the Tesla Model 3. Both are extremely noteworthy for an electric SUV. In Edmund's certifiable trying of the 2021 Model Y long reach, we noticed a complete scope of 317 miles at a utilization pace of 26.2 kilowatt-hours/100 miles running in the maximum reach battery mode, which charges the battery to full limit. This mode isn't suggested for everyday use and ought to be saved for longer outings. While the Model Y didn't exactly match its reach gauge in our test, its 300 or more mile range is above and beyond for a great many people for however long you're driving safely. One major benefit to the Model Y is admittance to Tesla's restrictive supercharger organization. It gives dependable and sensibly evaluated re-energizing that proves to be useful when you really want a lot of reach rapidly, for example, on travels. Esteem. Is the Model Y a decent worth? The Model Y long reach model is more affordable than the presentation yet at the same time well into extravagance SUV estimating an area. Is it worth the effort? The allure of the Model Y relies upon what you esteem. In the event that its speed and space for its size, the Model Y is a general deal contrasted with other extravagance electric SUVs. However, assuming that inside plan and solace highlights our needs, the Model Y is marginally disheartening. As far as guarantees, the Ys is a piece suboptimal for an extravagance SUV, however equivalent to inclusion for an extravagance EV. You get 4 years/50,000 miles of packed-in inclusion and emergency aids. Tesla covers the battery for a long time/120,000 miles and ensures 70% maintenance of the battery duration over that period. Trump card. The Model Y long reach might miss the mark on vain behaviors of the presentation model, however it's appropriately speedy and gives a comparable degree of fun in the driver's seat. Match that with a superior ride quality and we think the long reach is the favored model of the two. It scratches off the amusing to drive boxes with less splits the difference to comfort. The Y's smooth position additionally makes it great to check out, and you can in any case get the huge wheels to give it some presentation model energy.